Have you looked into how the majority of animals are raised on farms?
In factory farms?
Yeah. Yeah, and how do you respond to that?
Oh, it makes me very uncomfortable.
So I shot this yesterday on a whim. I've just been wanting to get better at communicating about veganism. I don't have all the facts at my fingertips, but I think the best way to learn is by doing. I've been watching some Earthling Ed, and I think he's great. And I don't want to cop his style, but what he's helped me realize is that a lot of us share the same values that can be tapped into through the right approach. You know, I often feel like when I talk to people about veganism and I try to convince them that I'm sort of imposing on them and I'm asking them to make this big sacrifice rather than sharing something that could be really helpful for them. So yesterday my goal was mostly just to listen and take a survey on people's perceptions and try to find common ground and offer guidance where I could. So I hope that you get something out of it too. Enjoy.
What's your name?
My name's Duncan.
Duncan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Joanne. What comes to mind, Joanne, when you hear the word vegan?
Healthy.
Okay.
No meats,
Okay.
cheese, milk,
All right.
everything that I love,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Difficult.
Difficult.
Yeah.
Why do you think anybody would want to be vegan?
I would say the first part, like I said, I thought about the meat part. I would thought like animal cruelty.
Okay.
The first thing would be
Yeah.
like, not to hurt the animals. We all part of God. We
Sure.
all came from God.
I know it's for, a good reasoning, and I've thought about it many times,
You have.
but I just really love cheese, and I really
I've been
love all
there.
these
I've been there.
things.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I know that it's a good thing to do and a good switch to make, but
Why do you think it's a good thing to do?
just because, I just feel like it's healthier, it's not cruel, and that's my main thing, is just like the animals involved.
Yeah.
I mean, to be completely candid, it kind of creates a bit of cognitive dissonance where I don't really want to think about it.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, it kind of challenges me to know more about where my food comes from, but it's
Yeah.
not a challenge that I succeed at every time.
So you have taken a step towards
Not
more
toward
research,
veganism, but toward more, wild game.
Yeah.
Free range chicken, that kind of stuff.
It's like it's so hard to stop eating meat. It's so hard, but like when you finally get yourself off of it, you feel good. You know what I mean? Because it's like you're no longer killing animals and like you're no longer like mistreating a species just because you're hungry. You know what I mean?
What's keeping you from acting on what you're talking about?
Just because I like milk and I like cheese,
Yeah.
but I have a really big heart when it comes to animals too.
Yeah.
So that's what's really conflicting about it.
Yeah.
And I've tried, and I'm pretty good at not eating meat. I don't really eat meat that much.
Yeah.
So, there's that on my conscience, but still.
So you believe that animals are part of one thing with us?
Yeah, I could definitely believe that. But I know also we all part of the circle of life too. So,
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about what vegans believe in, but I just know that I thought it would be like no meat because of the cruelty to animals.
Yeah, that's right for me. And I would also include dairy and eggs because from my research into those industries, I've seen that they can also be very cruel. Maybe even more cruel than meat because the animals are kept alive for most of their lives. Right.
If you could find a farm that is, Norman Rockwell, green pastures, everyone's just kind of a fence far off in the distance. These are our 20 chickens that roam around. Would you like to have this egg? Would you have an ethical dilemma eating that egg?
I would not want it because I don't like the taste of eggs now.
Okay.
Veganism in general is a response to the current condition.
Sure.
And some 98% of our animal products come from these things called CAFOs, CAFOs, which means
Right.
concentrated animal farm
What
operation.
percentage is that?
98%.
98.
Would it be difficult, do you think, explaining it to your friends and family?
It's like, the first thing that they say is like, oh, I don't have money for that.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
So it's perceived as it being expensive?
Yeah, very expensive.
Okay.
Organic foods.
I have 2 jobs.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I'm forced to buy food in the street.
Around this.
And finding a good vegan restaurant is not so easy to find.
Yeah.
And then I find that a lot of these vegan places are Asian.
Right.
You know, so then you are just stuck into their way of cooking. Not unless you go home and cook it yourself.
Do you have time to cook at home?
Not most times.
Yeah.
I went to work last night at 10 o'clock. I haven't been home yet because I have 2 jobs. But I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
I'm not home to cook.
I haven't even really considered going full vegan ever, but even just thinking about it makes me feel apprehensive. Like,
Right.
what if I start not starving myself, but what if I'm not eating enough, taking in enough to actually live a healthy life and support what I do?
We have to put ourselves as our own health as the first priority. I totally agree with that. I can, as somebody who's been doing it for 5 years, vouch for its possibility. Are you aware of any vegan athletes? Like, I think Kyrie Irving is
And
now.
that's another thing. Like, people, a lot of, like, when I say I want to go vegan, it's like, oh, you know, you can't maintain your protein and muscle mass and all of that
Right.
if you're eating plants.
So you've broached the subject before.
Of course. It's like I wanna like stop like hurting animals. You know?
Yeah.
But it's just like I'm not being encouraged to do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I don't drink no regular milk anyway. I only drink almond milk. I try to cut a lot of stuff out. Like, I barely eat eggs that much anymore.
Yeah.
So I cut a lot of stuff out, but it's just, like I said, the meat thing will be, like, really made me hard for me to try the meat thing.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I used to love cheese. Like
Yeah, I love
everybody
cheese
says.
too, yeah.
I thought I could never give up cheese and that vegans were kind of crazy for going that far. But have you ever had an experience where you stopped eating something and your taste buds changed? Something that you used to like?
Yeah, I used to love McDonald's. I used to love beef. I don't even have a craving I don't even at all. Like, 'cause I don't even think about it. No
Yeah.
beef at all. I feel better. I don't,
Yeah.
you know? So maybe that's like a situation right there where I don't even miss it.
Have you ever had an experience where you stopped eating something and your taste buds changed?
Yeah,
What was that?
it was meat. I
Okay.
feel like my whole immune system almost changed whenever I stopped eating
Yeah.
red meat specifically. My mood felt better. It really does have an effect, and it really does change.
Do you think that that may be possible to happen with cheese?
Yeah, I think so.
What would be required to find that out?
I guess I'd have to try. And I think and that's funny that, you came up to me and talked to me, because I've been thinking about it for the past couple of months
You have.
and not really having the ability to push myself to actually do it.
Yeah. Well, maybe this is
So,
a sign.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
So if you wanted to try this, there's this website called challenge22.com, 22-day program. It's free. You join a Facebook group and you get consultation from dietitians, you get community support. And I think as an athlete, as a person who cares about animals, it would appeal to you to look further into it.
I definitely will.
The next thing that I'm going to tell you that's really helped me and kept me moving,
Yeah.
and I love it. And I don't have to take pills, and I'm just fine.
Good.
And I go for massages a lot. I like to be massaged.
I'm glad you take care of yourself.
So other than that, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
Duncan.
Joanne. Thanks for stopping and talking to me.
I hope to see you again.
Likewise.
Take care.
Be well.
Have a good day.
You too.